Hello, dearies. Come in, sit down, and get comfortable. Today, I want to tell you something about budgeting, something they don't teach in schools or even in most financial advice books. It's a secret Tom and I discovered the hard way. And let me tell you, once we figured it out, it changed everything. Now, budgeting might sound boring, like one of those chores you'd rather put off. But here's the thing. Budgeting isn't about depriving yourself or living a miserly life. It's about freedom. It's about making your money work for you instead of the other way around. And the secret I'm going to share with you today will help you do just that. Let me take you back to a time when Tom and I were young and struggling. We didn't have much money, but we had big dreams. Unfortunately, those dreams weren't enough to pay the bills or build the life we wanted. That's when we learned this powerful budgeting secret. And it's what I want to share with you now. Our rocky start with money. When Tom and I got married, we didn't have a penny to our names. But what we lacked in money, we made up for in love and optimism. We thought that as long as we worked hard, everything else would fall into place. Well, life has a way of teaching you lessons, doesn't it? We quickly found ourselves drowning in bills. Rent, groceries, car payments. It felt like the money ran out before we'd even had a chance to spend it on anything fun. We were constantly worried, constantly stressed, and constantly arguing about money. One day, after a particularly heated argument about how much we'd spent on a weekend getaway, Tom said something I'll never forget. He looked me in the eye and said, "Suzie, we're working so hard, but we don't have anything to show for it. There's got to be a better way." That was the moment we decided to take control of our finances. We didn't want money to control us anymore. But where to start? We didn't know the first thing about budgeting. We thought it was just about writing down numbers and hoping they added up. Oh, how wrong we were. The budgeting secret. After months of trial and error, we stumbled upon the budgeting secret that turned everything around for us. Are you ready for it? Here it is. A budget isn't just a list of numbers. It's a reflection of your priorities and values. I know it sounds simple, doesn't it? But here's why it's so powerful. Most people think of budgeting as a restriction, a way to limit themselves. But the truth is, a good budget is liberating. It allows you to focus on what truly matters to you and cut out the things that don't. It's not about saying no to everything. It's about saying yes to the right things. Tom and I realized that we'd been spending our money on things that didn't align with our values. We were buying clothes we didn't need, eating out more than we should, and wasting money on things that didn't bring us lasting happiness. Once we started budgeting with our values in mind, everything changed. How to build a value-based budget. Now let me walk you through the steps Tom and I took to create a budget that worked for us. You can do this too, no matter where you're starting from. 1. Identify your priorities. The first step is to figure out what truly matters to you. For Tom and me, our priorities were clear. We wanted to build a secure future, enjoy meaningful experiences, and take care of our family. Once we knew what was most important to us, we could start aligning our spending with those goals. Ask yourself, what are my top 3 priorities in life? Is it saving for a home, traveling, building a nest egg for retirement? Whatever it is, Write it down and keep it in mind as you move forward. 2. Track your spending. Before you can create a budget, you need to know where your money is going. Tom and I spent a month writing down every single penny we spent. It was eye-opening, to say the least. We realized we were spending hundreds of dollars a month on things that didn't matter to us: fancy coffee drinks, random online shopping, and subscriptions we didn't even use. Take some time to track your own spending. Look for patterns and identify areas where you're spending money on things that don't align with your priorities. 3. Create categories that reflect your values. Most traditional budgets have categories like housing, transportation, and food. While those are important, Tom and I found that creating categories based on our values was much more effective. For example, instead of just entertainment, we had a category called family experiences. Instead of miscellaneous, we had savings for the future. Think about how you can structure your budget to reflect your values. This will help you stay motivated and focused on what matters most. 4. Give every dollar a purpose. This is the cornerstone of the budgeting secret. Every dollar you earn should have a job. Once you've identified your priorities and created your categories, assign every dollar to one of those categories. This ensures that your money is working for you, not just disappearing into thin air. For Tom and me, this meant setting aside money for our savings, our bills, and the things we truly valued, like family vacations and date nights. Once we started doing this, we found that we actually had more money than we thought. We just hadn't been using it wisely. 5. Be flexible and adjust as needed. Life is unpredictable, and your budget should be flexible enough to adapt. There were months when unexpected expenses came up: a car repair, a medical bill, or a family emergency. Instead of panicking, we adjusted our budget to accommodate those changes. Remember, a budget isn't set in stone. It's a tool to help you manage your money, and it should evolve as your life changes. Chapter 4. The Rewards of Value-Based Budgeting. Once Tom and I started budgeting with our values in mind, the rewards came quickly. We were able to pay off our debts, build an emergency fund, and even start saving for our dream home. But the best part wasn't the financial security, it was the peace of mind. We no longer argued about money because we were on the same page. We knew where our money was going, and we were confident that it was being spent wisely. We felt free from stress, free from debt, and free to pursue the things that truly mattered to us. Chapter 5. Lessons Learned. Looking back, I wish someone had taught us this budgeting secret when we were younger. It would have saved us so much stress and heartache. But I'm grateful we learned it when we did, and I'm even more grateful to be able to share it with you now. Here are a few final lessons Tom and I learned along the way. Small changes add up. You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Start with small changes like cutting back on one unnecessary expense and build from there. Consistency is key. Budgeting isn't a one-time thing. It's a habit you need to practice regularly. The more consistent you are, the more successful you'll be. Celebrate your wins. Whether it's paying off a credit card or saving for a special trip, take time to celebrate your accomplishments. It will keep you motivated and remind you of why you're budgeting in the first place. Conclusion: take control of your money. So there you have it, dear, the budgeting secret they don't tell you. It's not just about numbers on a page. It's about aligning your spending with your values and priorities. When you do that, you'll find that budgeting isn't a chore. It's a powerful tool that can help you build the life you've always dreamed of. Tom and I learned this lesson the hard way, but you don't have to. Start today, and I promise you'll see the difference it makes. With a little patience, a lot of love, and this secret in your back pocket, you can take control of your money and create a future full of freedom, joy, and abundance. With all my love, Grandma Suzie. Thank you, my dears, for spending this time with me. Remember, life's journey is better when we walk it together. If these stories and reflections warmed your heart, be sure to subscribe and join me for more wisdom, comfort, and a little sprinkle of joy. Together, let's keep growing one story at a time. Until next time, stay safe, stay hopeful, and remember, you're never alone. Grandma loves you.